So this is a portrait of my daughter Grace, and like I said, you've been following along as I've been working on it. Hair is one of the more complicated things to do. So I was working on this last week, and I was putting in these light colors. If you're familiar with colored pencil, you always work from light to dark. And so I had laid in all of these different strokes of this yellow. Her hair's blonde, so I was laying in these different strokes of yellow. And pretty much when you're working in colored pencil, you have to just lay in every single stroke. So I was putting all these in. Was working on this side too. So this is the side over here that I was focusing on last week. I had already had all these colors in. So I was coming over here and working on it. The first thing I started doing is I started picking up just light brown, as you can see here, and just started putting in some of these light brown strokes, just like this, just putting in each individual hair, these light brown strokes. And then after I did a few of those, I picked up the next little bit deeper brown and was putting in those strokes. And while I was doing this, these thoughts came to me, and I wanted to share those thoughts that I had. I do think it was a way that God was explaining a concept that I really hadn't understood quite well before. But as I was working over here, this thought came. All this over here, this side of Gracie's hair, you know, it's all sunshiny and bright and has all the really pretty yellow colors. But your life can't be just sunshine all the time like this. Sometimes you have to have things that come, disappointments or whatever, kind of like these browns, and you start laying in these browns like this, and those can resemble like just disappointments, maybe failures. You know, as I'm working with her hair, I was sitting here, I grabbed my next color, you know, the little bit darker brown. I start putting those dark shadows here, and again, the thought was like, you know, things like job loss, you know, just hard things that you have to go through, you know, maybe anxiety, maybe depression, maybe things like that you have to go through. And those are like those dark brown strokes of your life. And then, believe it or not, even with someone who has blonde hair, you actually have to reach for your black. And I came down in here because right in here, as you can see, this is pretty much almost black in here. And in order to get these highlights to stand out, you have to be really dark in the dark places. So whenever I was using my black pencil and I was just putting it, working it in, putting these colors in, then, as I said, the thought came, and it was like, and you know, even the blacks, even those darkest shadows of your life, even, you know, the death of someone you love, you know, there may be all sorts of things, you know, the death of a parent, death of a child, so many different things that we would consider these dark shadows of our life. Even those are important, because if you just stand back and you look at both sides here, all those dark shadows, those not only bring all this light, make it even brighter, but it brings a depth and it brings a dimension to this whole side of her hair right here that you're just not gonna get without those deep shadows. So it was like God was saying, you know, my child, there's this sunshine, you know, everything goes smoothly and well, and there's this that has sunshine in it, but also has the shadows and has, you know, the different shades of brown, and some are dark shadows, some are light shadows. And this over here is real, and this over here has character, and this, you know, is three-dimensional. This, the shallow, you know, and there's not much there. Which version do you want? So anyway, as I was doing this, it really helped me to understand, to appreciate the dark shadows of my life, even the medium shadows, and just really thank God for them. It's hard to do, to thank Him in hard things, but to really thank God for them, because this is what He's making us to be, truly is a masterpiece. And Ephesians 2:10 says, "For you are God's masterpiece, created in Christ Jesus to do good works and to do the good things that he planned for you long ago." And we're his masterpieces, which take time. And he's the artist that's working on us, and he knows just the strokes to put in our life to make it look real and to have character. Hope you enjoyed that, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.